For those of you who are Top Gear fans, you of course know what this is. It's the Toyota Hilux, perhaps the most iconic truck that Top Gear ever featured. And right here in Geneva, they just rolled out a brand new one. And coming up next, that's right, we're going to learn everything you ever wanted to know about this forbidden fruit, because we don't get this in the States. All right guys, I'm here with Bart Aylen, and we're sitting in what is, in America, the forbidden fruit, because we don't get this. It's the brand new Toyota Hilux. And you don't have model year designations here, right?
No, we don't.
But this, in America, might be considered a 2017.
Correct, yeah.
So, tell me about the new Hilux.
Well, we're very excited about this car because the pickup truck, we call this type of car a pickup in Europe, has been growing in Europe steadily. A lot of people coming out of the classic SUVs are now moving to this kind of vehicle because they're a little bit more affordable. And actually Hilux has always had a very good reputation in terms of durability and reliability, which is important for this type of car obviously. And has a truck, excuse me, truck.
Is this body on frame?
It is, it
is body on frame.
It is body on frame, and actually it's a brand new frame, which is 20% stronger than the previous one was. And the previous one was pretty strong already.
Yeah, I noticed that this is the truck that you raced a car with.
Yeah, correct.
So obviously that's not body on frame probably, that's an old race car. So does it come in a gas or is it just a diesel?
It's a diesel. It's a diesel. For the European market, we've got a 4-cylinder 2.4 diesel, which develops 150 horsepower, 400 Newton meters of torque. Do you count the Newton meters?
No, it's a little different.
Okay, I thought it might be.
We can do the conversion.
Yeah.
And is it new from the ground up?
It is completely new.
Okay.
It is completely new. So new platform, new suspension. Obviously, the design is entirely new. Much more sophisticated interior now because this was quite a very well regarded but a rather utilitarian vehicle before, whereas now the interior is virtually a premium car. Absolutely.
It looks much more car-like now.
Yeah.
How many did you sell last year? How many units?
About 36,000. Which actually makes it the segment leader in Europe. Yeah, it has about 25% of the segment.
Of course, everybody knows the Hilux from the Top Gear videos, right? Where they tried to. So people in America love this truck because they think it's something that they can't have. But it feels, if I'm being honest, a little small. For America.
I think for your taste it probably is.
Yeah, because we get the Tacoma,
which is already a little bit bigger, and they've got the Tundra on top of that.
Yeah, do you know how big this bed is?
Not by heart.
Okay, because it looks a little bit smaller than an American.
Yeah, but it would be.
You know, sitting in the Hilux, I'm immediately struck by how much tighter this is than an American Tacoma. Yes, I know this is a forbidden fruit, but this is a narrower truck. And I'm thinking to myself right now that this seems more set up for European roads than American roads. It's small. And I'm sure as a city truck, it would do quite well. But when you get this out onto the American highway system, where you can drive 1,000 miles straight without making a turn, I think you guys would think it's just a little bit on the tight side. But we do have 2 cup holders, which for America is about the minimum amount that you'd want in a truck. Have you driven this guy?
I've driven it actually. Part of the markets that we cater for have launched it already last year, at the end of last year. We did an event in Iceland with these, which was fantastic. I mean, we were driving with them
for... tires on it?
No, not yet, but we drove it through the wilderness there, and it was fantastic.
So now I'm sitting behind myself, and you can tell I've got adequate knee room, but headroom, well, that's a little bit on the tight side. Once again, if you're used to European-sized vehicles, then this will feel very spacious and comfortable. But if you're used to America, gosh darn it, heavy-duty trucks, this is going to feel a little bit Prius-like.
But the growth in the segment is in the lifestyle part, So there's always been an audience who needed this for work, and they keep buying them, of course.
I think one of the things that makes it hard in Europe is that fuel prices are so high, right? So in America, we're paying $1.50 a gallon right now. And I think in Europe, because fuel is so high, vehicles that get not great fuel economy, which trucks don't, right? Because their work tools are hard to sell. What kind of fuel economy does this get?
This car will do about 7.4 liters.
Truck.
So truck will do about 7.4 liters. per 100
per
kilometers.
100 kilometers, yeah.
Yeah, again, these figures still need to be homologated. It
Yeah.
might come down a little bit.
And I noticed it has an automatic. How many speed?
It's a 5-speed
It's a
automatic.
5-speed automatic. And do you know how much it'll tow in kilograms?
3,500 kilos.
So that's pretty good. That's 7,000. Yeah, 7,200 pounds or so. Yeah, that's very good. I'm impressed. And do people tow with these?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So when people buy these as lifestyle vehicles, it's very often because they have a trailer, they have horses or
or something like that. Boats.
boats.
Yeah. And what country accounts for most of your sales?
Countries like Turkey, Israel,
Not
Russia as well.
Germany. Not an Autobahn.
No. No.
And how long has the previous Hilux been? How long was that before you changed the model? How many years, do you know?
Should have been something like 7 or 8 years.
So it's a long product
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah. These type of cars tend to have a longer product cycle than your average car.
Yeah. And how much does it cost here?
They'll start around 30,
€30?
32,000. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
then
like
go
a
up.
base. And what can you get on it? I mean, what?
Well, again, it comes with a full set of safety equipment if
Okay.
you want. I mean, this one is quite nicely spec'd out.
Yeah.
Of course, you can leather seats.
Yeah, you've got this. It's not a spring bed liner, but this drop-in bed liner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I take it you have a full set of like accessories.
Absolutely, and we see that people who buy this type of truck.
Yeah. Now you got it.
See, it doesn't take me long. Really like to accessorize their vehicles. They like to put nice wheels on them, or
Yeah. In America, trucks are a whole lifestyle thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So people use them because not only are they work tools, but because in Texas, for instance, where 1 out of 4 trucks are sold,
yeah,
they're basically the family vehicle.
Yeah.
That's what you buy.
yeah.
Now, for me, I was just in this, and it was just a little too tight for a family vehicle. But I guess if you're in Europe, the streets are smaller, everything is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, where we were saying before that, of course, the fuel economy of these cars is not as good as a passenger car. It's true, and maybe that's one of the reasons that this market is not so big in Europe. The other reason is that these are pretty big cars to drive around in cities. Yeah, here.
Where do you build them?
These ones for Europe will be built in South Africa.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And your competitors, I take it, are the Amarok.
The Amarok, yeah.
There's a Fiat, right, as well?
Yeah, but Fiat is quite a bit smaller than.
And then Ford makes what used to be the Ranger in America. I think they called it the Wild Track here, is that right?
Yeah, but also
the
Ranger.
Ranger,
Ranger is also still used as a name. There's the Nissan, the Navara.
Navara, yeah.
Yeah.
And is this a market leader?
It is, yeah.
It
So
is.
25% of the segment.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's quite good.
All right, well, at some point, if you allow me,
Yeah,
next time I'm in Belgium, you'll have to let me drive it.
yeah, absolutely.
Because
Would love to.
I'd love to see how it compares, to the American Tacoma.
Okay, well, if you come over, let us know, and we'll see what we can arrange.
All right, thank you very much. So do I want to drive this Hilux? Hell yeah! They tell me it's got a little bit more of a trucky ride, but you know what? In my book, that's a good thing. Maybe our trucks are just getting a little too soft. And the Hilux, that might be a way to return back to the truck basics. As always, this is Roman reporting from the Geneva Auto Show. Thanks for watching. Remember, check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course, trucks you can never buy, or at least not in America, reviews. See you next time. Ciao.
Or its top speed is 252 miles per hour, where we hit the rev limiter at just over 20 seconds. So there are, I guess, faster cars out there, like the Bugatti and so on, but I think in the real world, whoever is first to 250 is the winner in our book.
Yeah,
That's
for
how
sure.
we see it. So.